Hi, my name's Wayne, and welcome to another wonderful episode of gardening here on my YouTube channel. And recently I've had a lot of inquiries and comments from people that just say, you know, I've tried gardening and for one reason or another I'm not good at it. I always kill all my plants, or you know, something drastic happens and they lose hope and maybe try it again next year, or maybe it's been a few years since they've tried it. And you know, my goal is to help make a difference in the world and help you all understand and know that it's not that hard to garden. It's you know, the way I look at gardening is plants need three things to live. They need nutrients or food, they need water, and they need sunlight or air. And that's the only three things that they need. But they need certain levels and volumes of each one. So there's been a lot of growth lately in gardeners who are doing wicking pots or wicking beds or air pruning pots. And this isn't going to be an air pruning pot. This is going to be a mini wicking bed video. And I wanted to do something that was very simple for you that you can do at home in your spare time. You can even get your kids involved. And then you can take a bed or a garden bed that's this large, that is self-watering, or a wicking bed, and you can put this outside if you want to. If you're an urban gardener or you live in an apartment, this would work great. You can put it on out on your deck. You'll have something that's just going to be a whole lot more fun to try on a scaled back version, and you're going to eliminate one of the problems, and that is constant water supply. So now the only other two things that you have to worry about is, am I giving it enough or the right amount of food or nutrients, and is it getting enough sunlight? You've already solved your water issue, and it'll solve you from having to babysit it all the time, and your plant pots aren't going to dry out, and you'll have a lot better production out of your small salad greens. So I'm thinking salad greens, maybe some radishes, some chives or green onions would do really good in a small container like this. I didn't have anything in mind, a build list or anything, when I went to the store. But when I went to the store, all I was thinking about was the size of the containers, what I was going to need them to perform like, and tried to find some things that would work together really well. Your goal is that you have a water reservoir on the bottom, you have your dirt on top, and then you have a wick that runs into the water and will wick it up to the top and supply your plants in the garden bed with the proper amount of water. So just come on in, and we're just going to get started, and then when we get done you'll see exactly what we have going and why this works so very well. Okay, so the reason why, again, that I didn't name a specific build list is because I want you to feel flexible to go out and get a variation of different sizes of things that will work together based on how large of a pot or a garden bed that you're trying to build. Now, this is going to be really great for the windowsill or sitting outside on your porch. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to modify this bottom pot. Now this is the tub or pot that the water's going to set in, and I wanted to spice it up just a little bit and add a viewing window here on the front side that would allow us to see how much water was in here, and that way we know when we need to add more water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a knife, and I'm just going to stick it through here, and I'm going to cut a slot in this that will be a viewing window for water. Now that we have this little window cut in here, we need to find a way to cover it back over, and that's what this clear cereal box container is all about. Now this container, I picked this up for about $2 or $1.50 at Walmart, and it was the cheapest container that I could find made out of this clear plastic that would work for what I'm going for. So all I need now is to cut a piece out of this container, and we can toss the lid. I need to cut a piece out of this container that's going to be slightly larger than the viewing window, and it'll serve as what keeps the water from leaking out. Okay, so now that I have this piece cut out, I found out that it was easier for me to use this scissors and cut through it and, you know, work around it like this than it was to use a knife. So you'll just have to play with different things. I never have one way that I'm going to do something every time. I try different things, and when I try different things, I end up with results that I didn't expect because I had an open mind. So now this is ready to go on the side of your tub, and you'll be able to use this as your viewing hole for water. The way you want to do that is using 100% silicone. And I went and purchased this. It's a clear silicone. You can get a tube of this silicone for just a few dollars. And the goal is that you can affix this onto the side. Let's get this junk out of here. You can affix this onto the side of the container using this silicone. Now the reason why you want to use 100% silicone is this is the food grade silicone. Anytime you're working with food production or plants, you want to use 100% silicone because it will not harm your food supply. So that's all there is to it. There is absolutely nothing to this. It's so easy. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Now this is your top tub. Now on the top tub, what we're going to do is we need one of these baskets to go down in the middle of this tub and set below it so that it hangs down below the tub like this. Okay? And that's what's going to wick the water up to this grow bed. Now that I have this piece cut out, I have this piece that sets down inside it like this and hangs from the bottom. Once I set this into the water reservoir below it, this will be able to wick up the water. Now, what we have to do is fill this up with dirt so that the water can wick into the dirt and up into this pot. So to keep the dirt from falling out, I have some landscape fabric that I had from Lowe's that I was using earlier in the season, but you don't have to use landscape fabric. You can use an old t-shirt, you can use a pair of jeans, you can use one of the things a lot of the gardeners are loving right now are the bags that you get at Walmart or at any of the grocery stores that are the recycled shopping bags, or the ones that you carry back. Those work great for this kind of project, and you just stick it in here, or you can wrap this thing up like so, like this, and stuff it in. And this will keep the dirt from coming out. Of the bottom. Alright? So this is what it looks like. You can trim it up a little more if you want. I don't see any need to. So I'm done. Now, all I have to do is turn these things upside down below it and set it down on top of the tub that I already prepared for the water. And voila, you have a wicking bed. To get this thing ready to plant, all you have to do is take some of your dirt, and I have a dirt with some organic mix. I'm going to fill it up. And you always want to pack your dirt into this bottom wicking chamber. Now you can use anything for these wicking chambers. You can get a little cup. Just get creative. Let your mind go. You know, when I'm shopping, I'm always looking at the containers of the things on the shelf, the things that have food in them or items in them. And I'm always trying to figure out, how could I use that container? And sometimes I'll end up getting a different product than I went to the store for, simply because I liked the container that it was in. So there you have it, an easy self-watering wicking bed. It'll save you a lot of headache because it'll take care of the watering for you. All you have to do is when it runs low on water, pick it up, dump a little bit of water in it, and set it back down. Now there's a few things that you can do to make the watering process a little bit easier. I'm not going to do it because I don't see a need for it for me. But if you don't want to pick your pot up once you have plants growing in it, etc., or you think it's too heavy, and the larger, if you would go any larger than this in size, you would definitely have to do this. But you can put a pipe down the side of your wicking bed that goes through the bottom here, and you can use that to fill the water with. But in my case, I'll just pick it up and set it to the side, or just pull the side of the tub out like this and pour water in. So it's very simple, very easy to use, and this thing should last for years. And all I'll have to do is replace the fabric on the bottom maybe every few times that I plant it. So I hope this is helpful. If it has been helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It does help the ratings, and when you give us a thumbs up, or when you give a video a thumbs up, it helps other people to find my videos, and the more people that find my videos, the more videos that I can make to help you all learn how to garden just a little bit more effectively and save money at the same time. God bless you all, and thanks for watching.